Here we are looking at Peru, and within Peru, this is where Lima is, and we're going to go over to Cusco, where one of those fabulous sites are in Cusco. So with that, let's zoom into Cusco and take a look at it to get our references. This is the Cusco Valley right here, and the place we're going to go to is Sacsayhuaman, and that's just up on the hill. Here we see the airport, and the central district is right about there. And this is Sacsayhuaman, and that's an impressive site. We strongly recommend if you have time. If you see only one thing, this is the thing to see, although there are several things right in this circuit here. It's just up the hill from Cusco. However, it takes about 30 minutes or a little more to get up there, although the map might say 20 minutes off peak. And the road looks like this. So that's the Central Historic District, and that's the road up to Sacsayhuaman. And then we'll walk up to the peak and look back down at Cusco. And we're able to see the airport and the entire valley from the top. This is the Central Historical District, where many of the tourist hotels are. And it's close enough to get into Sacsayhuaman. So let's get going. Our vehicle's pulled up here to park so we can disembark and go buy tickets. And there's the entrance to Sacsayhuaman. Bienvenidos, welcome. And here's where you pick up the tickets. Now, we bought the ticket for multiple sites, and you'll see those colored strips there. Therefore, each one's for a different site. And that ticket was handy and worked in Sacsayhuaman. And now we're making our way into the park. And this is the entrance. As we enter here, we see the first of these stone walls. These stone walls are fitted very tightly together. We've gone and checked it ourselves. It's right next to a road where tourist buses can drop you off if you don't have a car. But a guide is strongly recommended because there's so much in history that a guide can share with you. So as we come in and take a look at this first bank of walls, we learn that the original walls were 3 times as high. And back there is the valley we came from, Valley of Cusco. And looking around up this area, we see different types of walls, the big stones and then the small stones. There's a story behind them that the guide will share, but we'll try and touch on it as we keep going. Breezy up here. And now we've walked up to the stone walls. These original stone walls, the large ones, were apparently made by someone pre-Inca, long before the Incas. The wall to the right with the smaller bricks seemed to have been made by the Incas. And in some sites, like Machu Picchu, which we might cover later, you'll see there are many layers of different stone stacking. Now this is where we make our way up the hill. And on our way up, we see some of these old pre-Inca and Inca buildings. And then we make our way up these stairs, and here are free-range alpacas. Alpacas roam this park here. And just be cautious, they're friendly, but they do spit if they get anxious. Here's a snapshot of some of those walls, and you can see how closely they're integrated. Here's a zoomed-in view. So this is the pre-Inca construction. We make our way halfway up the hill, and we get another view of the Cusco Valley back there. And here's some of that pre-Incan structure. Now the rooftops were restored to give you a sense of what it looked like back in the day. And that's where the animals and food was stored. And these are stairs we're going to climb to get up to the top and then come over the ridge. But on our way up, let's take a look back. That gateway there is a popular photo spot back there built by the pre-Incans. More of a blended wall here, the original. Uyukumarca, not sure how to pronounce it. This is approaching the peak. We're not quite there, where we can look into the valley from the other side. And we see some more of these pre-Incan and Incan walls. It's like the pre-Incans came by and did their work, and then when the Incans came, they built on top of it. And in some locations, you'll see additional brick layers. This is the Cusco Valley. We're at the top, but we're not at the edge. You can see the stadium back there. And as you pan to the right, you'll see these circles. There were 3 of these circles. Each of them were 30 meters or a little over 90 feet high, and apparently held water that they captured and used as needed over the season. Now we have a better view of the Cusco Valley. Panning to the right, on the extreme left is where the airport is. The central part's right here, and then the historical district is right about here. And on the extreme right, what's the water towers? There's the airport back there. If you look closely, you can see the airplanes parked at the airport. We're now on the edge of that valley in Sacsayhuaman. Music is wafting up from the valley, the historical district. In the next video, we'll look at Puka Pukara, another site. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching.